Welcome friends. In today's topic of our current affairs, we will discuss about 50 important questions of current affairs of this year. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Curious Logi. So our first question is, what is the name of the world's most powerful supercomputer? And the options are A. Summit, B. Selene, C. Sunway Tahulite, or it's D. Fugaku. And the right answer is D. Fugaku. On the birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose on January 23rd, the Ministry of Culture has announced to celebrate that day as A. Vijay Diwas, B. Maitre Diwas, C. Parakram Diwas, or it's D. Kisan Diwas. And the right answer is option C. Parakram Diwas. The Union Cabinet has approved 850 megawatt Ratle hydropower project in Kishtwar district of Jammu and Kashmir. On which river the project will be implemented? The options are A. Chenab, B. Narmada, C. Sutlej, or it's D. Kaveri. Answer is option A. Chenab. 14th April is celebrated as dash. A. World Health Day, B. World Heritage Day, C. Ambedkar Jayanti, or it's D. National Civil Service Day. The right answer is option C. Ambedkar Jayanti. Let's move on to our next question. Which country emerges on top of the Global Youth Development Index 2021? And the options are A. Denmark, B. Singapore, C. Malta, or it's D. Norway. And the right answer is B. Singapore. India's rank in Global Startup Ecosystem Index 2021 is A. 18th, B. 19th, C. 20th, or it's D. 21st. And the right answer is option C. 20th. When was Digital India scheme launched? And the options are A. 1st July 2015, B. 1st July 2016, C. 1st July 2017, or it's D. 1st July 2018. And the right answer is option A. 1st July 2015. Let's move on to our next question. Who is newly appointed as Governor of Madhya Pradesh? Option A. Ramesh Bayes, option B. Mangubhai Chhaganbhai Patel, option C. P.S. Sridharan Pillai, or it's option D. Satyadev Narayan Arya. And the right answer is option B. Mangubhai Chhaganbhai Patel. Which institute has been renamed as Neeraj Chopra Statdium? Option A. Netaji Subhash National Institute of Sports, option B. Lakshmibai National Institute of P, option C. Army Sports Institute Pune, or it's option D. Anju Bobby George Sports Foundation. And the right answer is Army Sports Institute Pune. Let's move on to our next question. The tenure of directors of the Enforcement Directorate ED and the Central Bureau of Investigation CBI has been increased 2 years to how many years? And the right options are option A 3, option B 6, option C 4, or it's option D 5. And the right answer is option D 5. Who has become the youngest ever Grandmaster in chess? The options are Grandmaster Bu Xiangyi, option B. Grandmaster Sergey Karjakin, option C. Grandmaster Abhimanyu Mishra, or it's option D. None of the above. And the right answer is option C. Grandmaster Abhimanyu Mishra. India to raise legal marriage age for women from 18 years to dash years. The options are A 20, B 21, C 22, or it's option D 23. The right answer is option B 21 years. Anti-COVID drug 2-DG has been developed by which organization? And the options are A CAHO, option B DRDO, option C WHO, or it's option D CDIR. And the right answer is option B DRDO. Who won ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2021? The options are option A New Zealand, option B West Indies, option C Sri Lanka, or it's option D Australia. And the right answer is option D Australia. Which Indian city won the cleanest city title for Swatchh Survekshan Award 2021? And the options are A Indore, B Surat, C Varanasi, or it's D Jhansi. And the right answer is option A Indore. Who won US Open 2021 in men's single category? And the options are Daniil Medvedev, B Novak Djokovic, C Alexander Zverev, or it's option D none of these. And the right answer is Daniil Medvedev. Let's move on to our next question. Jhilli Dalabehera won the gold medal at Commonwealth Games 2021 in Tashkent. With which sports she is associated with? The options are A. Tennis, B. Boxing, C. Weightlifting, or it's option D. Archery. And the right answer is option C. Weightlifting. Question number 18. Which team has won the Davis Cup Tournament 2021? And the options are A. Russia, B. Germany, C. Sweden, or it's D. Italy. And the right answer is option A. Russia. Let's move on to our next question. Which is the smallest country of the world? And the options are option A. Monaco, B. Vatican City, C. Nauru, or it's D. Maldives. And the right answer is option B. Vatican City. Which is the first Chinese woman astronaut to walk in space? Options A. Laurel O'Hara, option B. Yi So-yun, C. Liu Yang, or it's option D. Wang Yaping. And the right answer is option D. Wang Yaping. Writing for My Life is an anthology of which author? Option A. J.D. Rao, B. K.J. Alphonse, C. Ruskin Bond, or it's D. Gulzar. The right answer is option C. Ruskin Bond. Let's move on to our next question. When is the National Mathematics Day celebrated? Option A. 20th December, option B. 23rd December, option C. 22nd December, or it's option D. 24th December. The right answer is option C. 22nd December. Which country has become the world's newest republic? The options are A. Republic of South Sudan, B. Republic of Kosovo, option C. State of Libya, or it's option D. Barbados. And the right answer is option D. Barbados. Who is the first woman to win 2 medals in the Paralympics Games? Option A. Ekta Bhyan, option B. Kashish Lakra, option C. Bhavina Patel, or it's D. Avanil Lekhra. And the right answer is option D. Avanil Lekhra. Who has been appointed as the new chairman and MD of Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited (BPCL)? Option A. Sanjeev Puri. Option B. Arun Kumar Singh. Option C. Arvind Podar. Or it's option D. Vartika Shukla. The right answer is option B. Arun Kumar Singh. Who is the author of the book Human Rights and Terrorism in India? The options are A. Subramanian Swamy, B. Dr. S. Jaishankar, C. Ajit Doval, or it's option D. Shashi Tharoor. And the right answer is option A. Subramanian Swamy. Question number 27. The project Bold Bamboo Oasis on Lands in Drought was recently launched from which state in India? And the options are option A. Bihar, option B. Gujarat, option C. Rajasthan, or it's option D. Punjab. And the right answer is option C. Rajasthan. Let's move on to our next question. Which Indian player has been appointed as a member of the Badminton World Federation's BWF Athletes Commission? Option A. Saina Nehwal, option B. Pulela Gopichand, option C. Anup Sridhar, or it's option D. PV Sindhu. And the right answer is PV Sindhu. Who won Australian Open 2021 in the women's single game? And the option were option A. Jennifer Brady, option B. Elise Mertens, option C. Naomi Osaka, or it's option D. Ariana Sabalenka. And the right answer is option C. Naomi Osaka. Catherine Rochelle, who has been in news recently, is the new head of which global institution? And the options are A. IMF, B. UNICEF, C. WHO, or it's option D. World Bank. The right answer is UNICEF. Which city plays host to the International Ambedkar Conclave in 2021? And the options are A. Mumbai, B. New Delhi, C. Chennai, or it's option D. Chandigarh. The right answer is B. New Delhi. Magdalena Anderson was the first female Prime Minister of which country who has resigned in less than 12 hours of her office? The options are A. Ireland, B. Hong Kong, C. Sweden, or it's D. Australia. And the right answer is option C. Sweden. Delhi government has announced a 6-point plan to completely clean the Yamuna by which year? And the options are A. 2022, B. 2023, C. 2024, or it's option D. 2025. And the right answer is option D. 2025. Let's move on to our next question. What is the child helpline number of the Ministry of Women and Child Development? And the options are A. 1098, B. 1091, C. 1097, or it's option D. 1078. And the right answer is option A. 1098. AMB is the nano-fibre-based tablet developed by IIT Hyderabad for curing which disease? And the options are A. Malaria, B. Dengue, C. Diarrhea, or it's D. Kala Azar. And the right answer is option D. Kala Azar. What is the new name of Motera Cricket Stadium after its renovation? And the options are A. B.R. Ambedkar Stadium, B. Narendra Modi Stadium, C. Neeraj Chopra Stadium, or it's D. Atal Bihari Vajpayee Stadium. And the right answer is option B. Narendra Modi Stadium. Let's move on to our next question. Which Indian bowler became the second fastest bowler in the history of the game to reach 400 wickets in Test cricket? A. Jasprit Bumrah, B. Irfan Pathan, C. R. Ashwin, or it's D. Ishant Sharma. And the answer is option C. R. Ashwin. India's first private LNG plant has been launched in option A. Delhi, B. Nagpur, C. Bengaluru, or it's option D. Pune. And the right answer is option B. Nagpur. How many satellites were launched by the ISRO using its PSLV C-51 rocket? And the options are option A 19, B 18, C 14, or it's D 21. And the right answer is option A 19. Let's move on to our next question. In which city Indian Institute of Heritage will be set up by the government? And the options are A. Varanasi, B. New Delhi, C. Pune, or it's D. Noida. And the right answer for this is option D. Noida. Mount Merapi, which were recently observed to have released ash and debris, is an active volcano in which country? And the options are A. Indonesia, B. USA, C. Spain, or it's D. France. A. Indonesia. Justice Hima Kohli has become the first woman Chief Justice of which High Court? And the options are A. Karnataka, B. Telangana, C. Kerala, or it's D. Andhra Pradesh. And the right answer is option B. Telangana. Let's move on to our next question. Parakram Diwas is observed to celebrate on birth anniversary of option A. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, option B. Vinayak Damodar Savarkar, option C. Jawaharlal Nehru, or it's option D. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. And the right answer is option D. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Which city has been rated the most livable city in India in the government's Ease of Living Index report 2021? And the options are A. Pune, B. Ahmedabad, C. Bengaluru, or it's D. Surat. And the correct answer is option C. Bengaluru. As per the World Happiness Report 2021, which one is the world's happiest country? And the options are A. Iceland, B. Finland, C. Switzerland, or it's D. Norway. And the right answer is option B. Finland. Let's move on to our next question. Which country has appointed Ministry of Loneliness to tackle suicide rates? And the options are A. Japan, B. Finland, C. Switzerland, or it's D. Norway. And the right answer is option A. Japan. In which of the Indian state Hornbill Festival is celebrated every year in the month of December? And the options are A. Assam, B. Manipur, C. Mizoram, or it's D. Nagaland. And the answer is D. Nagaland. Who has been recently crowned Miss Universe? And the options are A. Nadia Ferreira, B. Harnaz Sandhu, C. Valeria Ayos, or it's D. L.A. Smith. And the right answer is option B. Harnaz Sandhu. Name the first woman chief economist of IMF. Who will be the first woman managing director of IMF? And the options are option A. Falguni Nayar, B. Vinita Bali, C. Geeta Gopinath, and D. Meena Ganesh. And the right answer is option C. Geeta Gopinath. This is the last question of this video, and let's begin. Which country will host the T20 World Cup in 2022? And the options are A. New Zealand, B. India, C. UAE, and D. Australia. And the right answer is option D, Australia. Thanks for watching this video. For more such videos, please like, share and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get the notification of my new videos.